There has been a lot of talk about a potential fight between you and Ilia Topuria. How do you look at that situation?
Yeah, I like this idea. If UFC want, I know a lot of MMA fans want this fight. I'm ready.
After a long wait, Islam Makhachev has finally shown interest in the possibility of facing Ilia Topuria at the White House and made it clear he would be prepared if the promotion decided to move in that direction. He signaled total willingness, leaving no doubt that he would accept the opportunity if it were offered.
No, in my division, a lot of contenders who deserve the title fight. Just UFC have to give me new target. That's it. I just waiting.
There has been a lot of talk about a potential fight between you and Ilia Topuria. How do you look at that situation?
Yeah, I like this idea. If UFC want, I know a lot of MMA fans want this fight. I'm ready.
What about fight in White House in Washington? Do you thinking about that?
Yeah, also it's one of the arena where I'm gonna fight next, and we have the Ramadan month where I'm not gonna training 1 month, and after that I will slowly beginning my training camp, and I will be ready at White House or as other dates. I will be ready.
Ilia Topuria believes Islam Makhachev has never faced a challenge like him. He thinks the fight is the one fans want, yet it remains unsigned while talk continues from afar. Topuria promises that once they meet in the cage, the difference will be clear, and he is certain a clean right hand would put Makhachev away. Ilia Topuria said, "Everyone knows it's a fight everyone wants to see, and for some reason he hasn't accepted it, and then he talks too much. It's very easy to talk from thousands of kilometers away and criticize me, but then when you have me in that octagon, you start to realize that I'm not Jack Della Maddalena, that I'm not Dan Hooker, that I'm not all those guys that you have faced. I'm something very different, and when I put my right hand on you, you'll see that you're going to have a very, very long sleep." Khabib Nurmagomedov also rates this matchup highly and believes the fight between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev carries more significance than John Jones versus Alex Pereira. While he recognizes that Jones versus Pereira is still a major matchup, Khabib feels the clash between Islam and Topuria exists on an entirely different level.
You know, there's the John Jones and the Alex Pereira fight. Everyone keeps talking about that being the biggest fight. I heard Joe Rogan talking about it's the biggest fight you could possibly make. But then there's also people that say the Ilia Topuria and the Islam fight is the biggest fight you can make.
I think right now, I think Topuria Islam can be biggest fight, not John Jones and Pereira.
Still a big fight, but not at the level.
It's still big fight, but not on that level.
No, not on that level.
I don't think it's same level.
Merab believes Ilia Topuria has a real opportunity to defeat Islam Makhachev, and his confidence in that opinion only grows after spending more time around him in Spain. He describes a level of power and technical ability that feels different from anything he has experienced before. Even if the bout were to happen at welterweight, Merab still leans toward Topuria and would give him the higher odds of coming out on top.
რაც შეეხება ილიას და ისლამ მახაჩევის ბრძოლას, ეხლა კიდევ ერთხელ დავწონდი რა, რომ ილია ფენომენალური სპორტსმენია. ეგეთი ძალა, ეგეთი ტექნიკა, არავისგან არ მიგზნია, ბევრთან მის სპარინგია 2 წონით მაღლა, 3 წონით მაღლა, რაღაც ხო შეიძლება ჯიუჯიტსუ აი რავი, ყველაფერში. და ეგეთი განსაკუთრებულობა, რასაც ილიასთან ვგზნობ, ეგეთი არ მიგზნია რა. ძალიან დიდი შანსი აქვს ისლამ მახაჩევთან, ამაში კიდევ ერთხელ დავწუნდი, ხა ეგ რო დავბრუნდი ესპანეთიდან რა. ძალიან დიდი შანსი აქვს. აი მე დიდ პროცენტს უფრო ილიას მიცემდი. თუნდაც ეს ბრძოლა შედგეს 77 კილოში რა, welterweightში.
Merab Dvalishvili hints that a fight between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev could arrive sooner than expected. He reveals that, based on what he knows from Ilia, the matchup might happen earlier than fans are anticipating.
მე რა ვერთა დავაწყოთ შენთვის იდეალური UFC-ს ქართ. დავიწყოთ main event-ით.
Ilia Topuria Islam Makhachev.
მოხდება უდესვე შენი აზრით?
მე ვიცი რაღაცა დეტალები ილიასგან. შეიძლება იმაზე ადრე ჩვენ წარმოვიდგენ.
On the other hand, after working closely with Arman in training, Demetrius Johnson feels he is watching the kind of fighter who can truly threaten Ilia Topuria at lightweight. The sessions leave him impressed with Arman's mix of athleticism, technique, and mindset, convincing Johnson that he represents one of the most dangerous stylistic challenges in the division. In his view, Arman should be lined up for the winner of a Gaethje versus Topuria matchup because very few contenders appear to bring the same balance of ability and focus needed to defeat the champion.
And now when you look at Arman Tsarukyan, after training with him, and if he fights Ilia Topuria, I think he has the athletic ability, the skill set, and the mixed martial artist and the mindset to be able to beat Ilia Topuria. Does he deserve a title shot over Justin Gaethje? To be honest with you, Arman Tsarukyan should have fought either Justin Gaethje or Paddy Pimblett for the interim champion, but he didn't. They didn't choose him. They chose Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Justin Gaethje beat Paddy Pimblett, so by law, according to the Westland Gangster at RCW 3-10-16-12-4, the interim champion should be fighting Ilia Topuria next, and that's the fight that needs to happen. And then after that, Arman Tsarukyan should be fighting the winner of Justin Gaethje versus Ilia Topuria. So that's how I have it. But I think Arman Tsarukyan has the best chance in the lightweight division to beat Ilia Topuria.
Arman might be a strong contender to fight Topuria, but the fans wants to see Islam versus Ilia at the White House card. During a recent podcast, Dana White teased the potential for a massive showdown between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev, suggesting it could be one of the most electrifying fights in the sport. He hinted at a matchup that would have fans everywhere on the edge of their seats, counting down the days, showing just how huge the stakes could be if everything comes together.
What? Another massive fight would be Ilia versus Islam too.
Of course.
Yeah.
But Salim is obsessed with that fight.
Oh, really?
He's obsessed with it. And I tell him, I'm like, but they both got to win more fights in their division first, right? That's kind of how you do it, right? When it's like they both run through their division, and then it's like you're in the position where it's like, I gotta make this. That's what happened with Volk Islam, right?
Well, the other thing is too is that Islam moves up, and obviously if Islam won the title, you immediately have a super fight with him and Ilia. So
could that be
if
Islam gets one victory? Could that potentially happen?
You have to see. It's one thing to sit around. This is what the media always tries to do: sit around and talk about these fights before they happen, or hypothetically speaking. I don't like hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
These are options that we have if things play out that way, but you never know what's going to happen.
Furthermore, Bo Nickel places Ilia Topuria at the very top of the pound-for-pound list, rating him above Islam Makhachev, despite Islam's dominance as champion. In Nickel's view, Topuria's confidence, power, and well-rounded skill set would be enough to overcome the challenges Islam brings. If they ever meet in the cage, he expects Topuria to find a way to win.
If Islam does end up fighting Topuria someday, who do you think wins that?
It's tough. I think that Ilia's skill set, what he's able to do striking-wise, as well as the grappling, he's probably the pound-for-pound #1 guy in the world for me, in my views of what he's able to do in the cage, especially after the 3 back-to-back finishes that he's had. I feel like, Islam obviously has amazing grappling. He has a little bit of size. So, depending on if it's at 170, 155, I think that will play a little bit of a factor. But I got to go Ilia just because the well-roundedness and the striking, the power, I think it'll translate up weight. Obviously, we've seen that with his last fight. So, yeah, that'd be my pick.
UFC legend Daniel Cormier also highlighted the explosive potential of a fight between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev, suggesting it could spark a rivalry that captures global attention. He hints that both fighters might need each other to reach true superstardom, creating a storyline that fans would follow eagerly every step of the way.
And I was talking to someone today about it. I said, while I may not have the greatest relationship with Conor McGregor, partly because of Khabib and his relationship with Conor McGregor, I respect and appreciate him for being that guy for my brother Khabib. Because without Conor McGregor, Khabib doesn't go to the moon. Right? You need that guy. And I think Ilia Topuria and Islam might be that for each other. So while you may not like each other, you may need each other to go to the next level. So I appreciate Conor for helping Khabib achieve the life that he has today. Because before the Conor McGregor fight, he was great. We all loved him on the mixed martial arts level. Right after Conor McGregor, he was a global superstar.
Sean O'Malley identifies Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria as the fight he's most excited about for 2026, calling it the matchup he can't wait to see. He believes both fighters bring elite skills, high stakes, and explosive potential, making it a clash that could define the lightweight division and captivate fans worldwide.
Fight of 2026 would you most like to watch as a fan? If you could put a matchup together, is there a fight that you'd really like to see?
Islam versus Ilia, 100%. It's the fight that I want to see the most.
Meanwhile, Ilia Topuria boldly claimed he would dominate Islam Makhachev both standing and on the ground, promising a submission finish in front of Khabib Nurmagomedov. He added that if Khabib got in the way, he wouldn't hesitate to step on his head, showing his confidence and intent to make a statement in the matchup.
Tengo la sensación de que olvidan un poco cuál es tu base. Perdóname, pero yo siempre digo que eres un grappler y te pido por favor que no me digas completo y me gustaría preguntarte cuál es tu punto fuerte, realmente.
A ver, yo considero que mi punto fuerte es el suelo. Yo considero que en el suelo me puedo desenvolver en cualquier manera, que puedo sacarte una finalización de cualquier posición. Pero sí que es verdad que últimamente he aceptado que no es lo que el público quiere ver tanto, aunque con Islam tal vez sea algo que el público quiera ver, ¿no? Dominarlo de pie, darle sus 3-4 manos en el punto que le tenga que dar y después someterlo ahí en la esquina delante de Khabib, que son tan chulos y arrogantes que la verdad que me encantaría ahí someterlo delante de él. Y si después quiere pasar Khabib, también le piso la cabeza con mucho gusto.
However, Islam Makhachev makes it clear he isn't fazed by Ilia Topuria's trash talk. He feels the tension is more personal than competitive, suggesting Topuria carries some unresolved frustration. From Islam's perspective, the matter will be settled eventually, either through a conversation before the fight or once they face each other in the cage.
Насчет Топурии, кстати, не стал ли он перегибать палку в своих высказываниях, на твой взгляд? Или пока что трэш-ток, который позволительный?
Ну, не знаю, чувствуем, чуть какая-то у него есть ненависть к нам. Но мы, я думаю, решим при встрече как-то решим. Или, может, в будущем, сейчас он на какой-то паузе, может, в будущем в клетке решим, посмотрим. Он чем-то недоволен, надо выяснить, чем он недоволен.
The Ilia Topuria versus Islam fight is obviously not happening very soon, as both of them have to defend their belts first. Islam Makhachev identifies Kamaru Usman as his biggest threat, primarily because of his experience. Islam believes this is typical when younger fighters face seasoned veterans, emphasizing that Usman's experience lets him control and wear down opponents. He also adds that Kamaru remains in excellent shape and is far from finished.
Ты сам сказал, что, на твой взгляд, Камару, хоть ему уже и 38 лет, переедет Моралеса, Пратоса. А почему? Можешь что-то?
Потому что опыта побольше, потому что вы же видели последний бой Камару, тогда он выиграл. Баркли тоже пацан был, один из претендентов, такие надежды на него возлагали, но Камару его переехал и просто забыли его. Также с этими пацанами, они еще молодые, я думаю, Камару также на опыте их переехал.
Также ты назвал его и самым неудобным соперником для себя. Тоже с его опытом связано или именно с...
Потому что борется, хорошо бьет. Из-за этого практически стили одинаковые. По физической силе он, если не уступает, может где-то и лучше. Но, не знаю, такой будет конкурентный бой. Может, кто-то думает, что я вызываю какого-то битого Камара, но я думаю, до сих пор в хороших кондициях.
Robert Whittaker believes Ilia Topuria is on another level with his striking, backed up by strong grappling skills. He highlights Topuria's timing, reactions, and ability to punish mistakes as what makes him so dangerous. From Whittaker's view, the Justin Gaethje seen in his last fight wouldn't be enough for this challenge, and significant adjustments would be required to make the matchup competitive.
I'll just lay it out there. Ilia's striking is leagues above everybody.
Yeah.
Like just about everybody in the UFC.
Yeah, man.
You know, and the wrestling and jiu-jitsu is there as well. His timing, his instincts, his instinct to fire off in like his counterattacks. You know, he'll make you pay for every step you take. It's a hard fight.
Yeah,
Things
man.
have got to change in Gaethje's camp to make the fight competitive.
Yeah.
Right now, the Gaethje that fought Paddy won't beat Ilia right now.
Yeah.
But that's not saying that we'll see that Gaethje when he fights Ilia. And maybe that was just the game plan for Paddy to just make it doggy.
Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo both highlighted Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gaethje as the perfect main event for the White House. They explained that it would be a historic moment, giving Gaethje a chance to score a major victory on a grand stage while showcasing Topuria as a top-tier opponent.
There's a lot of speculations going on. Oh, is Conor going to come back? Is John going to fight Pereira? Which Dana has kind of, is not uncertain about. But I believe with performance like this man has delivered each and every time, I believe Justin and Ilia potentially becomes the headliner for that card.
You're 100% right. And you're 100% right, and it should be. You know, it should be. It should be. If you want to talk about, being fair competitively, especially in the performance that he puts, like, why wouldn't you? Right. In the perfect picture, you would want Justin to fight Ilia, beat him, at the White House while being an American. Now, will that happen?
So that's all we have from today's video, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Share your thoughts in the comments section, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.